All right. The Detroit Pistons versus the Phoenix Suns at the Breslin Center at Michigan State University. Some preseason action.
Boo.
Oh man. Well, Phoenix stormed into Michigan and beat the Pistons 105 to 97.
Yeah.
I mean, preseason, so,
Yep.
but it's pretty much expected when Phoenix matchups with Detroit that they'll get the dub.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're just and they're their bench has a lot more experience than ours does. We have a real young
Mhm.
second and even I mean obviously the third unit too, but we're really young, so that's kind of like you said, it's to be expected.
Yeah. So tonight, the lineup that we rolled out with was Cade, Ivy, Malik Beasley, Tech, and Duran. And I mean, they were fine to start. We gave up some early threes. That was kind of a bummer, but for the most part, Ivy and Tech started strong.
Yep.
Ivy's looked really nice to start the preseason, honestly. He's looked very comfortable
Yes, he
out
has.
there. Seems like
He
he has a
has
sense of urgency when playing.
for sure. He's been I mean, he's been the best player on the team in preseason so far. He's very, like you
Hmm.
said, like he's really determined to get to the rim. Seems like he's kind of trying to show everybody who he is, which I like. Preseason or not, like he's coming out, he's being aggressive, he's getting to the rim. He's got. It seems like his touch is maybe improved a little bit. I know it's a really small sample size, but he's converting some of those takes to the basket that previously, might have clanked off.
Yeah.
Um, and then, when it's not there, he's making some nice passes to the open man if somebody collapses on him. So I really like what I've seen from
Yeah,
the career of
definitely.
Jaden Ivey so far.
He's also moving pretty well off the ball, cutting to the basket, getting into
Yep.
spaces. And like you said, when he does cut and receives the ball, he's making that extra pass to the rotating big, and that's
Seems like
usually there.
him and Cade are starting to figure out how to play together a little bit, play off of each other.
Hmm.
Um, Cade, um, unless you got something else for Ivy, kind of seems like Cade's just kind of seeing what he's got to work with right now. He's
Yeah,
not being super aggressive on offense, which is fine. Um, he ended the game with 3 points. He only took 6 shots. He had played 18 minutes, only took 6 shots. I mean, he's just going out there and seeing kind of how, like, I think Cade knows what he can do with the ball, but he's got to figure out, the right way to kind of be that point guard also.
yeah. I don't think there's any reason to be concerned with
No, no,
how
not at
Cade's going
all.
to be. No, I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying in general. I don't think there's
Yeah.
any reason. I think he's just looking to get comfortable out there and, get a feel for the new guys. I'm curious to see how this team looks when Tobias is inserted into the lineup because
Absolutely.
I've liked what I've seen from Beasley so far.
I have
He's
to.
he seems like he's going to be that, I guess, glue piece for the lack of a better term. It seems like he'll be like a heart and soul kind of guy for the team because
He's gonna shoot a lot of grenades too.
and that's fine. Like
Yep,
he, you can tell he brings the effort on both ends of the court.
for sure.
It seems like he's always talking, communicating. I mean, yeah, I've liked what I've seen so far from him. I wonder if he's gonna be our sixth man off the bench, or if maybe they'll insert him next to Caden Ivy to start the games. Or curious to see how that is gonna work because obviously we have a lot of wings and there's different lineups we could roll out there.
Well, and it seems like Bickerstaff is committed to the Cade and Ivy pairing. I don't think he starts both of them these because Ivy started the first game too, didn't
Hmm.
he? Yeah, I don't think they start both games if that wasn't the plan for the regular season. Um, and I know some people, and even myself, and I'm not sure about you, but we're worried where Jaden Ivey fits in this team with us getting Hardaway and Beasley. But yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, like I haven't really loved what I'm seeing from Tim Hardaway, and that's who I can kind of think would slide into that three spot. Um, but it's 2 games into a new team, so I'm not worried about it. It's just right now what looks good on the court.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
obviously Asar's got to come back, and so we got to see how he kind of fits into this whole thing too. My guess is he'd probably be coming off the bench, and
I would,
oh,
I don't, I would think so, but I honestly don't know at this point because having Fontecchio, I'm curious to see where they slot him because we know Tobias is starting. So it's like, do you start Fontecchio next to Tobias at the three? Which, I mean, you can absolutely do that. Or do they opt to bring him off the bench?
I want to see, I want to see Stewart get some more run at the five. Like,
Oh, he will. They, I think they said during, like the, what was it, the training camp and like, media day that he's going to be playing more five this year. He's going back to playing the five.
I also kind of hope that, and he might have started the first game, but I can't remember that first game. I didn't see too much of, to be honest with you. I watched a little bit of it, but I want to see Stewart and Duran on the court with each other.
I think we'll see it in spurts. It's definitely not going to happen to start the game. I think Stu's role is going to be that backup five position this year,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he should be
I
fine.
He should. It's just he's so good, man. Like Stu has really turned into one of those guys that like you never worry about him when he's out there. Like he's always fighting, he's always playing hard, he's always in the right spot. Um, but I mean, Jalen Duran's great too. What do you think of Duran tonight?
I mean, it's tough because like he'll have a few plays where you see flashes, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have a few plays from him where it's just like, oh, it's just bad decision making.
Yeah,
But
it's like
he's
yeah.
young, so that's gonna happen. It's just it can be frustrating to watch at times, but you just gotta remember that he's young. He had some nice putbacks tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the one, I think Ivy drove to the basket, missed the layup, and he came out of nowhere, towering over the defender. But
Caught a
yeah,
nice
he's
lob from Ivy as well.
hmm yeah, that was
Cade caught a
off.
body.
Cade
Cade
caught
caught
a
a body
body.
tonight.
Yeah, yeah. And then Ron Holland, I didn't see too much tonight because I didn't watch much of the second half. But that first game, he looked phenomenal. I mean, his energy he brings it every time he steps on the court on both ends
So
of the floor.
he is it Courtney Lee that's on Phoenix
No,
or
Courtney Lee's
Damon
out.
Lee? Damon Lee,
Courtney
right?
Lee's been out of
That's
here.
what I thought so. Yeah, and once I said
Yeah,
that, I was so it's Damon Lee then, right?
yeah.
He got into a little I would call it an altercation
A little tiff.
with yeah, a little tiff with Damon Lee. He locked his ass up and he poked the ball free and Damon Lee kind of grabbed him and Holland just wrapped him up. He was like, if you're not letting go, I'm not letting go.
Yeah,
Like, and pulled him, I don't know if Holland pulled him to the ground or if Lee, kind of threw him to the ground a little bit, but I loved the dog. And it seems like it woke us up just a little bit because there was a point in that third quarter where it was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. But, but no, that happened and it kind of woke him up. Holland is he's just he's on 100,000% right now,
yeah.
and he's going a million miles an hour. But when he can just slow down and start seeing the game a little bit better, and he is gonna be a problem, man.
Exactly. And then also too, once he's able to consistently hit open jumpers, that's going to open up so
Mhm.
much for him offensively.
And he was 6 for 6 from the line, so he's a good shooter. Like everybody knows if you can shoot free throws, you have the potential to be a decent shooter.
Yep.
I really do think it's just like there's so much going on in his head right now that like when
Yeah.
it comes time to shoot, he's just not doing everything he needs to do to get there, cleanly. But
Yeah.
he's always like he's making a lot of good plays for us. He's definitely earning some clock.
Absolutely. It'll be fun to see where he slots into the rotation this year. But yeah, the the next one for the Pistons preseason is Friday against Phoenix again, this time in Phoenix. So we'll see if they get some get back and maybe we'll see Tobias Harris play. I don't know.
I'm hoping so.
Hopefully, we'll see. I haven't heard anything about Tobias, so I'm
It was a game
hoping.
time decision today, I think. So it was probably just a coach's decision.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got something that he's dealing with. I did read that Asar Thompson has not gotten cleared to come back on the court yet. I think he's cleared to do most everything except for like contact drills.
Hmm.
So probably won't see him before the regular season starts, but that's fine because with the blood clot issue, you definitely want to go about that the right way. So I'll be
Absolutely.
happy. I'll be happy when he's back on the court, but I'm not tripping about when it's gonna be.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hope he takes his time with that, and I'm sure he is. But yeah, I got nothing else to add. Jordan, you get anything else?
Nah, I mean Kevin Durant's a bucket. Nobody can stop him,
Shout out
and
Devin Booker, the best shooting guard in the league. Yes, you heard me say it, the best shooting guard in the league. And
just
yeah.
kind of my quick thoughts on the game overall. I thought we moved the ball decently well when our guys were in there, and it wasn't like towards the end of the game. We run it in transition. We had some active hands, and I like our team. I like the team better than I liked it last year. I like the guys that we have on the team, so I'm excited to see what it looks like on Friday.
Yeah, energy's definitely different so
Mm-hmm.
far. We'll see if it carries over to the regular season. But
Liking what I'm seeing from Bickerstaff too. Liking what
mhm.
I'm seeing from him. Just seems like he's going to be a decent coach for us. So yeah.
Yep. But all right, until next guy. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Until
Woo-hoo.
next, guys.
Until next time.
Peace.